Supreme Court has determined that one of the grants that we requested was worthy of receiving the grant, and Justice Judi is here to deliver the checks actually. I would be remiss if I didn't thank a few people who were really instrumental in putting this together. Gary Scalf, our court administrator, Sergeant Budeman, who was here also on behalf of court services, was instrumental in putting this grant together. Wade Grabowski with facilities maintenance, Diana Owens with probation department did a great job in helping put this together, as did Nathan Schuler, our computer guru. And I appreciate Barb Wiedenbein, clerk, of course, being here. Ernie Ramos is here. He is our president of our association. He's also here on behalf of Vince Ferris, our county prosecutor. Chris Feldhaus, one of our assistant public defenders, is here on behalf of Steve Haynes, our county public defender, because they are presently in Columbus at something called a pretrial summit. Yeah, so they're in Columbus taking care of some important matters there. So again, appreciate you all being here this afternoon. It's great to receive this. This grant will enhance security throughout the courthouse, will enhance recording, I think primarily in Judge McBride's room, update his room, because we have had that here. The security in the courthouse will be much stronger. It will enable certainly officers hopefully to detect things that may be going awry before they go awry. We've been fortunate over the years in that we have not had serious problems, and with this new system that the Supreme Court is helping us to obtain, will certainly, I think, enhance our abilities to keep that record in track and protect not only people that work here day in and day out, but certainly private citizens that come in for any reasons. So without further ado, let me at least give you some background on Justice French. She was first appointed to the Supreme Court in 2013 by Governor Kasich. She successfully ran and was elected to her first full 6-year term in 2014. She is a graduate of the Ohio State University. I have to say that because one of my best friends is a graduate, and he always tells me it's not Ohio State, it's the Ohio State. She obtained 3 degrees, Bachelor of Science, Master's of History, and then a law degree from the Moritz College of Law, where she now is a member of their national council. She began her legal career in the private sector, and take no offense, but I always tell my friends now that I'm a full-time government employee, but that I worked in the real world before I got here. So she did work in the real world. She moved into the public sector in 1993. From 97 to 2002, she was an assistant attorney general under Attorney General Betty Montgomery, and she successfully argued in the United States Supreme Court in a very important Ohio school voucher case, Zellman versus Simons-Harris. She was successful in defending the state's action in the Ohio Supreme Court. In 02 to 04, she was chief counsel for Governor Bob Taft, chaired also the task force on sex offender registration and classification, and obviously that's a very critical function these days, unfortunately. And in 2004, she became a judge and served as a judge on the 10th District Court of Appeals until her appointment in 2013. She's become a forceful advocate for access and fairness to courts, works with the Ohio Legal Assistance Foundation and legal aid societies across the state to recommend changes and practices that will open the courts to all citizens in Ohio, regardless of their ability to pay. And last but not least, I suppose, as a daughter of a school teacher, she has a keen interest in education throughout the state. She works, talks frequently in classrooms, student classrooms, as well as with groups that come to the Ohio Supreme Court, the Thomas A. Moyer Center. So without further ado, Justice French.
Yeah. Very generous introduction. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you being here, all of you taking time out of your busy day. I am going to present some big oversized checks, and I think they are just symbols of the collaborative effort. I like to think of it as a big oversized collaborative effort between the Supreme Court and our local courts. It was 5 years ago that Chief Justice O'Connor created the Ohio Courts Technology Initiative, and in that 5 years, the Supreme Court has issued more than $14 million in technology grants. So this year alone, there's nearly $3 million going to 47 different projects. These projects, I think, will make our courts safer and more efficient. And as I said on the way up, what I like most about this is that it's not the Supreme Court saying, here's what we want you to do, here's some money, and now you do what we want you to do. It's the local government saying, this is what we need, and this is how much money we need to make that happen. So in the end, I think it's going to benefit both the court and the court staff here, but certainly the public at large. I am very interested in access to justice, and this will give greater access, greater security, and I think greater efficiency in the long run. So let me present these two checks. One is for just over $14,000, and that's a court technology.
Well, take these
that's a court technology grant. And the other is the security grant for $40,000. I'm like Santa today. It's just such a great, it's a good day for me.